Okay, listen, puppies, I was recently at an antique fair and I was chatting with this woman, as I do. You know I like to chat. We got on the topic of crochet, obviously, and she says, I'm so bad at crochet, I can only do a chain stitch. I can't do anything else. And I was like, well, there's so many different things that you can do with just a chain stitch. And I rattled off a list of all these different ideas of projects to use with just a chain. And she was like, wow, that's actually really smart. Like, I'm gonna actually use some of those ideas. That is the conversation that inspired this video. Even if you think you suck at crochet and the only thing that you can do successfully is make a chain stitch, there's still so many ways that you can incorporate that in all of your other crafty endeavors. Okay, I'm gonna assume that the people watching this are crafty leaning people. I'm just gonna rattle off and give you a bunch of different ideas to do with just a simple chain. Now, in order to make a chain stitch, you're gonna need a couple of different things. You're gonna need whatever crochet hooks you have lying around. I think every crafty person winds up with some random crochet hooks. They just find you. You're also gonna need some yarn or even some ribbon or string or rope. Something yarn adjacent, you know? Probably some scissors, you know, the basics. You're also going to need to know how to make a slip knot and also how to chain as well, if you would like to participate. I have 2 really fabulous beginner videos all about how to chain and how to slip knot, so you can watch that as well. It's pretty freaking easy, so I believe in you. I have my yarn. Oh God, oh no, the yarn's already tangled. So I'm gonna be doing, you know, some very precise measuring. Your wingspan, my art teacher in elementary school called this a full eagle. You're gonna grab like a full eagle of yarn, even maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna make a hair bow. For the hair bows, I like a tighter chain, so I'm gonna grab the 3.5mm crochet hook and I'm just gonna chain this up. I'm gonna chain the rest of this and I'll be right back. I'm gonna make one last chain, pull through, and I like to tie the yarn kind of tight. Now you're gonna have these little guys at the ends. I just like to weave in the little ends because, I don't know, it just like looks prettier that way. So I'm gonna weave in just the 2 ends that are on, you know, the tail ends of the chain. Now we just have this pretty little braid, which is the chain stitches. I know you guys are obsessed with measurements. I just measured this and it's about 18.5 inches. I'm just gonna make a bow. And if you don't know how to make a bow, just look it up on Pinterest. Pinterest has the best bow tutorials. So now we have this cheeky little bow. She's really cute, actually. We all have random bobby pins laying around. Let's not kid ourselves. Go on the ground, search the floor, search your cabinets for a random bobby pin, okay? Because I know you got one. Let's go into the back of the bow, whichever side looks uglier. And I'm just gonna slide the bobby pin right in the back of the bow. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. We have a fabulous little hair bow. I mean, you could even grab like multiple strands of yarn and make it even thicker bow. I'm gonna do that right now and show you what it looks like. So I grabbed my yarn, figured out the length that I want, and then I grabbed another strand of yarn in equal length, doesn't have to be the same color, chained up both of those pieces of yarn together, then I tied a bow, and here's the differences between what my first bow looks like and my second bow, just like a different look. I love making these hair bows. They're so fast to make and they're so good when you want to get rid of any scrap yarn. Not only can you style these bows in your hair, but I also use them to style this purse, which I think looks really cool. And you don't even have to put a bobby pin on the back. You can put whatever fastener on the back that you want. You know, you can even sew this on different items and use this as different appliques. Like, it's just fun. Not only can you make hair bows, but you can make little bow earrings as well. So I'm gonna pull like half eagle, half my wingspan. And this yarn that I'm using is actually baby alpaca yarn. I'm just using it because it's really skinny and it just has nice flounciness to it. So I'm just gonna chain this bad boy up. We're gonna make our bow. I made a cute little bow. Now I'm gonna make her little sister. Grab 2 jump rings and 2 little dangly doos. I lent my mom my jewelry making pliers. So this is what I'm working with. regular tools will be fine. Look in your dad's shed for some tools. You don't got any jewelry pliers.
Okay, now we're gonna perform a little bit of jewelry surgery. I'm gonna open up my jump ring and then just attach it to like the top middle part of the bow. And then after I attach my jump ring, then I'm going to attach my dangly-do. And I'm gonna do that exact same thing on the other bow. Then I just added a little bit of water on the tail ends of the bows so that way I could get the bows to move the way I want them to. I really love how these earrings turned out. It just adds some like nice organic texture to any outfit. I like the color that I chose. It's very wearable. I can wear this with so many different kinds of outfits, and I'm very happy with how these turned out. And like, you should make these.
While we're kind of on the topic of jewelry, I thought it'd be an interesting idea to take a chain stitch and weave it through some chain for like, I don't know, a cool necklace. So this is some yarn from Primrose Yarn Co. It's their Roan collection. And the chains are a little bit thicker. It might be easier to weave the chain stitch through the metal chain. So I think I'm gonna use some of this. In the winter months, I wear so many turtlenecks, and you kind of can't wear a choker with a turtleneck. Like, you kind of need a mid-sized necklace to get over the turtleneck. So maybe I'll just make it a skosh bigger, like that. I think that's nice. This is also like 18 inches. Let's call it 18 inches. Great. So I know that a full eagle is about like 18 inches. So that'll be great. Let's do a full eagle in this bitch.
So then I chained up my full eagle, and then I just wove my chain stitch through the metal chains. I will say, I think the yarn kind of shrunk my chains a little bit, and then the necklace kind of wound up being like a stretchy little necklace. But I think next time I'll chain a little bit more chains than I think I have to in regards to the yarn. Here comes the tricky part. Like, how do I attach this yarn to these metal chains in a way that is secure? So I wound up on both ends of the yarn just putting a little jump ring right in between like the end chain for each side of the yarn, and then I just like attach that jump ring to the chains. So the jump ring is essentially attached to the yarn and the chain itself on both ends of the necklace. And then I attached 2 more jump rings, and then on one side of the necklace I attached my little necklace clasp as well, so then I can close the necklace. I think this necklace looks so elegant. I mean, here's what it looks like with the turtleneck. It's definitely a little bit more of a choker, but it's not choking me, so like that's a plus. And then here's what the necklace looks like with my regular necklace stack, and I just think it looks so freaking good. So simple, so easy, so gorgeous. Cover girl. Yesterday when I was done filming, I was still kind of hung up on this like hoop earring idea, and I have this pretty interesting yarn, so I just made a chain stitch, and I have these just like hoops, or just like plain hoops, and then I just kind of stuck the wire in between all of the chain stitches, and I used a cool like loopy, really textured, interesting yarn, and I made these like fuzzy little hoop earrings that I'm really obsessed with, so I had to share them. At this point, I was just having fun making so many different chains with different types of yarn and putting different kind of color combinations together, and I was just kind of seeing how many different ways I could style a simple chain stitch. At this point, I'm getting cocky now. Like, I thought it would be such a great idea to use a chain stitch to embroider, which I still think it's a great idea. I got my little napkin, I got my little, chain stitches together, pinned everything down, thought it'd be cute to do my little initials, then I ran it through my sewing machine, and this is what it looks like.
Oh my god, it looks so bad. I tried my best. Maybe I should have just like hand embroidered it, but I just like ran it through my machine because I wanted this to be done fast. I think this is still a good concept, but I just don't think I executed it extremely poorly. Please, like, don't be mean to me. I can't emotionally handle it. I still think it's a good idea, even if I executed it very poorly.
I also thought it would be cool to explore more of the home decor side of things, so I kind of assembled a bunch of fall colors. I'm gonna try and make like a fall garland. So I got all my colors, and then I did like 7 full eagles worth of each color, just making sure they're all the same length. Then I chained up all of my different colors, and then I attached all the colors to my desk using just like a piece of tape, and then I braided them all together. If you're gonna make a really big big garland, like do more than 7 full eagles, because I feel like this garland still wind up being small, but I feel like this is a good idea for Christmas, or braid a bunch of colors together and then braid all of that together to make like one ginormous garland, you know, if you're like good at braiding. And then when I was done with the garland, I had these kind of like weird ends. I just kind of snipped the ends, and I took this little like toothbrush looking brush that I have and like brushed out the ends so that way the ends could look kind of cool. I mean, you can like put beads on the ends, like you can like really get crazy with it. I'm just doing something really simple, and this is what it turned out like. And then I also used the same method of braiding yarn together to make a belt, because like why not? So like let me know what you think.
I hope that you have some sort of inspiration to crochet, even if you're not good at it. Even with the most basic stitch of crochet, there's still so many cool and fun things that you can make. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I totally appreciate you. Everything that I use in this video will be linked down below, so check out my description for more details. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.